This is a toy spot on Spectacular Spider-Man Green Goblin. In the words of Natalie Cole, I've gone and saved the best for last. Very nice figure. I'll touch base quickly on the packaging because the packaging is the same for all the figures. We've got Spider-Man up at the top left-hand corner. We've got the nice webbing. And then, of course, we've got the Green Goblin at the bottom left corner there. He has a cool Goblin glider. Ho ho! Let's check that out later. On the back, we've got the Green Goblin as well as the black symbiote Spider-Man, which I reviewed earlier, and I would recommend checking that out because it's a fantastic review. And then, of course, on the bottom, we've got the other characters from the wave. Or I should say not from this wave, but the other waves, because we've got, of course, the Fugly Venom and the Spider-Man from Wave 1. And then Sandman and another Spider-Man there. But there you have the packaging. What we'll do is we'll open this guy up and we'll have a look at the Green Goblin. And here we have Green Goblin. This is a fantastic figure. I can't believe, first of all, the likeness to the cartoon counterpart. They've done a great job on the head here. Loads of articulation in the head. Along the lines, speaking of articulation, there's a load of articulation in the rest of the body as well. The one hindrance is right in the shoulder area. They've put a piece of plastic, part of his outfit, of course. It does hinder some movement. You can get movement up and down, but the arms have a tough time going out just because of this piece of plastic here. Articulation as well in the torso and the waist, and you've also got articulation in the thigh, the knee. Articulation, a lot of articulation as well in the ankle. You swivel as well as a fair bit of movement here. Great figure. And then, of course, you've got a separate piece here for his, I guess, his belt or whatever you want to call that. Great use of great paint on it as well. They've done a good job of coloring the figure. Like I said, very reminiscent of the cartoon counterpart. I almost, and I don't know where I stand on it, I almost would have liked if this was maybe more of a set part to the figure instead of being loose, because it just does slide around a lot. I don't know if that would have hindered the leg articulation. It probably wouldn't if you had it far enough up, but small gripe. There's not much of a gripe there. My one, I wouldn't even say it's a gripe either. I just find there's a fair bit of looseness to the ankle here. It doesn't, of course, hinder his standing ability. In fact, it only improves it, but I just find mine's a bit loose in the ankle. I'll get this guy to stand back up. In the way of accessories, he also comes with a pumpkin bomb. And I actually have to give kudos for this guy because he's one of the only Green Goblins, and there hasn't been many, that have a standalone pumpkin bomb, which is nice. Most Green Goblins, and whoop, oh, there goes the pumpkin bomb. There it is. Most of the Green Goblins usually have these fixed in his hand, and they're glued. You can't take them out. Whether it be a good thing or a bad thing, it's nice that this guy has a loose part. You'll notice his hands are cupped a certain way that you can have them hold the pumpkin bomb. Now, there's one hand, and I think it's this hand actually, that doesn't hold it all that well. Yeah. If you're going to hold the pumpkin bomb, you probably want to hold it in that hand rather than this one. This one's a little more open, and as a result, the bomb just keeps falling out of it. His main accessory, though, his main accessory, though, is this fantastic glider. I would probably say this is my favorite Green Goblin glider. I mean, you know, there's always that comic classic glider that had the flat face, almost like a bat face. I like this one a lot more though. I kind of hope that maybe the comics will eventually go in the way of this, because it's sleek. It kind of looks like a bat crossed with maybe a snake, like a snake head here. Very, very nice though. I can't say enough good things about this glider. His one gimmick in the glider, as you saw by me pushing this in, is there's a little button on the bottom here, and that button, push back in again, that button pops out his blade, which is very, very nice. If we just put the Goblin in the glider here. And the reason you'll find with this figure that they've put as much articulation in the legs as they did is because then he stands really well in the glider. And I mean, you can get him in a ton of different poses. But there you have it. It's an awesome figure. I would definitely recommend getting him. If you only had an option to get one villain from the Spectacular Spider-Man line, I would probably say definitely want to get this guy. But there you have it. There's a toy spot on Spectacular Spider-Man Green Goblin, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.